I'm back. Orgasmic conscious cooking. I got a lot of stuff to say, y'all. I am going to actually show you a prepared full meal tonight. Some things have been pre-prepared. So, like, let's say you come home from work, you want to have a real meal. You say, I can't have a real meal because it takes too long. I got you covered. We're gonna have a Middle Eastern meal. We have falafel. We have lamb meatballs. I'm gonna say lamb balls. That would have been like wrong to say that. We have saffron rice. I'm gonna make homemade tzatziki, dairy free. And what else do I have? And I think that's it. Y'all ready to get started? Tonight's theme is gonna be the interrupt this reality. My brother Derek, who helps me out with this program, I said he went in the store and the person asked a question. And uh, earlier on Facebook, I was telling people about really truly just letting go, being the interrupt sometimes. What's up, Jen? How you doing, sister? Thank you for being here. And I apologize for it's kind of glitchy. What we're gonna do, we're gonna do some access conscious magic. We're gonna create space so it won't glitch. I have 30 minutes with you guys. I'm gonna show you how to get a meal done in 30 minutes, a full meal, family sitting down and you eating a really good, decent meal. Are y'all ready to go? If you have any comments, please send them in there. I like to talk to people, but let's get it started. So what I did, I used package from Trader Joe's falafel mix. I use that's up there. I keep on putting the wrong camera. So the falafel mix is really simple. 3/4 cup water, 1 cup of falafel mix, mixed together. Bam. Okay. I like using warm water, and I let it sit. I'm gonna have to grab another plate. I just realized that. So here's the falafel mix. This is what it looks like. Okay. I'm gonna pour it in a bowl. I'm gonna grab some water that I already had warm. I'm gonna put 3/4 cup of water in it, and I pay attention to it because I don't want it too wet. Okay, I'm gonna put this here just in case I need it. And so I'm gonna take this spoon and I stir, stir, stir. You guys might let me move this out the way. So I stir this up, and I just forgot to do something, y'all. Hold on. Jump the gun, jump the gun. So I like adding a little extra garlic to mine. This is garbanzo beans, and to give it, it's 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic. And my wife can't really eat a lot of hot pepper right now, so I'm gonna put like this, bam. You see that? Like a couple flakes, just to give it some flavor. Chili flakes can give flavor. So I'm gonna go back to my water. I wanted the consistency to be like wet sand, and I'm gonna show you this in a second. I don't have the aerial camera yet, guys, so bear with me. Any questions? Glad you're back on. Thanks, babe. She's like, I'm glad you're back on. And well, how long before dinner? I'm gonna show you guys how well this works, okay? Because we're gonna be able to eat right after we get off of here. I wish one of you guys or some of you guys are here to join us. Maybe that'll happen in the future. What do you know? I don't know. So this is what it looks like. Can you guys see that? I'm freezing there. Okay. More space, John. Be more space. So let's add a little bit more water. I'm gonna let this sit for a second. So I got this consistency, like looks like wet sand. That's what I want. And as it sits and actually incorporates the water, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit that there. We'll get rid of some of this up here. I want to show you guys the saffron rice. It's nice and hot. Okay, I'm gonna show you what saffron looks like, but it creates a rice that's yellow. Whoa, look at it, almost slid out. That would have been interesting. Hey, Donna, how you doing? That's saffron rice. And what I'm gonna do is stir it a little bit. And saffron rice is actually the center of a flour. It has a unique flavor, and it turns the rice yellow. The first time I had it, I was in Spain. I had this stuff called paella, and it has saffron in it. So I love the flavor of it. You can find it at most grocery stores now. I want to say it's Middle Eastern, but it might be just Mediterranean. Okay, I'll put this in so it stays warm. I'm gonna move this so I can get this out of our way. Sit this over here. Okay. Now, while I get other things started, remember I have my falafel balls. I call them falafel balls, falafel pads, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna take about 2 cups of, I like high oleic sunflower oil. the best oil to fry, I believe in, the healthiest oil to fry from. So I'm gonna not fill this up totally. So I put about 2 cups in there. Sits over here. I hope this is not too loud. You guys let me know. We're not gonna be able to do anything. I'll just have to talk louder, and I can do that. So what I want to do is turn this on to 360, 370, and I use my handy dandy precision induction countertop new wave. It cooks. It has better control of heat. So I'm gonna turn that on so we get that started. That start over here, and in the skillet, what I have is a little olive oil, and it's on low. I'm gonna put the meatballs in towards the end. But what do I want to do next? I'm going to start with making the patties. 1 second. One day I will have an assistant. Hopefully. Usually Tori's my assistant, but she's not feeling the greatest right now. So what I'm doing is I'm making these patties like this, and that's what they look like. I'm gonna make them pretty large so I don't have to mess around and make a bunch of different small ones. A lot of times they make sandwiches out of this. You can have sandwiches, falafel sandwiches. Tori and I used to get that over in Northwest Portland. It's actually a meat free and it actually tastes pretty good. I was shocked the first time I had it. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It's actually a lot of different seasonings and garbanzo beans and you can make it from scratch. I didn't want to spend the time because remember I wanted to show you how to do this. So if you came home and you were actually cooking for your family, it can be done, voila, like that. Please subscribe to Bean John Ashford YouTube channel. That would be great for me. So here we go. I got one more to make. No questions, no jokes. Anybody got good jokes? How's people's holiday? I was missing in action. Tori and I were recovering from that crazy thing going on in the States called COVID. But we made it. I'm still standing, as my best friend, or not best friend, my good friend Elton John would say, I'm still standing. So I'll get you guys seeing this. So this is what it looks like. Okay, those are falafels. It's gonna go in the frying oil in a second. Get this out of the way, put this in the sink, wash my hands. So the next thing I'm gonna do is the sauce. This sauce is something that I really like, tzatziki. I make it, where's my bowl? Okay. I make it myself with some fresh dill, some garlic, and a handy dandy cucumber. Okay. This carrot and this other thing, you can wait. It's the salad. So what I do is I cut it in half and I'm going to remove the seeds. Don't need those. Bam. And those seeds actually, let me tell you a secret. The seeds are actually not good for you in cucumbers. I found that out. It actually creates inflammation. It's kind of weird. So you don't need them. So what happens is I'm gonna sit this here, the garlic. I have 3 cloves of garlic that I'm gonna put in here. Brian, all right, miss you. Hey, thank you, Brian. I miss you big time too. Can't wait to connect. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is this here. Trying to make sure I see you guys on the screen. So what I do is I'm gonna do like this. I'm not a professional chef, even though I act like it sometimes. No, just kidding. So what I want to do is get this chopped up fine. And then what I'm gonna do pretty soon, I'm gonna add, and I like big pieces of cucumber in mine, so I'm not gonna chop it up fine. So what I do is now I'll incorporate my garlic. The dill wants to go right now, but it's gonna wait. Yes, saving this. Anna, when you come out, I probably will cook something for you like this. So Anna's coming out in the near future, and we're going to actually do a talking to the entities class here in Camas. We knew something was going to show up with Tori and my health, and so we actually postponed the class. I'm looking forward to it. It's one of my favorite things to talk about entities. I found out today, I have a friend that does some work for me, energy work, and she said, hey, John, you should actually start spending more time with animals. You have a real connection with animals. And I can tell you the story. It's kind of weird. Making sure I get this all incorporated. So that's fine enough. Okay. Voila. So I one time went to the coast with my wife. We went to uh, a wine tasting event that my friend that you just saw, Brian and Rick, suggested us go to. It wasn't the greatest wine, but we had a great experience hanging out with some friends, and we actually let me see this here. Oh, no, I need the deal. Sorry. So we actually had some fun, and there were some horses around. Horses that correctly with on. There were police riding these horses. I want to make sure I don't cut my finger because that would be a horrible ordeal. So these horses came up to me and they just stopped bowing and they came over and it was kind of weird. The police looked like, what the hell? And I was like, what the hell? It was kind of weird. And so I think I have this connection like Dr. Doolittle, the Dr. Doolittle show. That's me. Okay, let's do this. So what I placed in here so far so you can actually see this is chopped dill. I put chopped garlic, 3 cloves, and a quarter of a cucumber. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take coconut. Look at that. Let's see. Coconut yogurt. Now, if you don't have any issues with dairy, you can use regular yogurt. But Tori and I are not doing dairy. We went through the kitchen during the holidays and we got rid of all of our dairy and all of our wheat products because it ain't working for us no more. So when the body asks for a change, we're going to listen. So I incorporate this yogurt. So you guys can see this. So 7:42. I got to try to hurry up and get this done because I said 30 minutes. I'm trying to get you guys some milk so you can be like, oh, you can really do this in 30 minutes. So what you do, you stir that in like that. And pretty much that's the body of it, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a lemon and I'm going to show you something that I do. My hands, I've been washing them all the time when I'm doing this show. So what I'm doing, I'm going to take my hand, put it on the lemon so I don't get any of the seeds in, and do this. Incorporate that here, yeah. My hands off here. Add a little salt. It's about a eighth of a teaspoon. Some black pepper. Stir it up. Now, it does look a little bit different than regular tzatziki. It's more tzatziki, it's a little bit more white. It's a little bit clear, but you don't have the dairy issues that's in it. So dairy actually creates inflammation in the body. And while I was sick, I'm asthmatic. Dairy also creates a mucus to protect the inflammation in the lungs. That's not good. It also, the wheat and the inflammation, wheat creates gluten or is part of it, and it also creates inflammation. So I'm just thinking about asking my body, being more inclined to ask my body, what does it love? And that's finished tzatziki. So that sits there. Yeah. I'll leave that lemon eat later. So I think our falafel's ready to go. I'm gonna turn the skillet up for the lamb balls. I call them lamb balls. Let's see, can you use lime instead of lamb? Yes, you can. It's interchangeable. Check this out. This is one of the things that I was unaware of until probably 7, 8 years ago. Lemons and limes are acidic outside of your body. Once it goes inside the belly, it becomes a alkaline, and it's actually good. Oranges won't do it, or grapefruit. They stay acidic, extremely acidic, inside and out. So that you can add a bit here. Okay. So I have this at 370. I'm about to put the falafel. Okay, let's get some space because the screen is going crazy. Camera, be nice. Okay, I'm just back. Okay, work with me. So I'm gonna put the falafel in the skillet. Okay, without burning myself, hopefully. And you want to be careful that you don't just drop so you don't get a splatter because that's how people get burned. So I usually just lower it in there. I'm gonna use the same. No, I'm gonna get another plate. I'm making a mess tonight. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna put the falafel on this plate once it's finished frying, and then I'll put it back in the oven. I'll turn the oven on so it can stay warm. I should have had this already, so my wife doesn't have to eat cold falafel. The skillet is getting warm over here for the lamb balls. So the lamb balls, I prepared the lamb balls. It has Parmesan cheese. We use non-dairy Parmesan. It's actually pretty good. It has lemon juice or lime juice. It has a lot of garlic, black pepper, salt, oregano, and bam, there it goes. I was a little fast with you. So Derek's running. I'm like, man, dude, slow down. So the shredded cheese, you can find really good alternative shredded cheese at Trader Joe's. Most stores have it now. For those like myself who don't do dairy anymore, and it actually tastes delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and forth here. These are doing fine over here. Okay, looks like that's nice and warm. After everything's done, we'll go and create the salad. I'll do that last. Okay. Any questions? Okay. The salad, a Greek salad. Yes, they are delicious. Thank you, Tori. A Greek salad. What's up with the Greek salad? This is pretty much the ingredients you see in most restaurants. I don't do tomatoes unless they're in season. And so what we have in a salad today is going to be cucumber, avocado, 2 different types of olives, bell pepper. Okay, this is getting too warm. Turn this down. Put this in here. And I'm going to push it down a little bit because I want them to cook quicker. And if they're thicker, they take a little bit more time to cook. And I put the oil in the bottom so they won't stick. One of the things about being in the kitchen I learned from my mom is you wash your hands a lot. Your hands are gonna end up water a lot. If you don't like water, you're in trouble. Let's say, hey, Donna. I guess that's Derek. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I don't want to turn this fan on, but I do need to turn the fan on. Let me turn this down because it'll become too smoky. I hope you guys can hear me with all this. I'll put this on low. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Am I good? I hope so. Let me know if you can't hear me, and I'll try to adjust some of this loud equipment. So, as the meatballs are cooking, give me some space. This back down here. Any jokes, new jokes, holiday jokes? How was everybody's holiday? Some feedback? Did you guys have fun? So, I'm good. Thanks, Tori. Okay. So, carrot. I don't like the black top on the carrot. Get rid of that. So I'm gonna chop up some carrot. Now, I am not. What's Sam? What's up, man? How you doing? Long time no see. I'm good, Donna. Thank you. So I'm excited for carrots. I like real chunky carrots. I like them kind of thin. So I'm gonna cut a few carrots. It's just Tori and I. Pam, you hear me? Okay, great. Miss Bronner in Atlanta, ATL. Okay, so because it's just Tori and I don't need that much carrot. Okay, my wife's eating less. I'm eating less. I'm gonna put more energy in the greens. Okay, remember let's track this down. The cucumber. Sam, man, I'm trying to retire soon. I'm not trying. I am going to retire soon. Just loving life, living life. Not just trying to get by. Trying to not. I'm thriving. I'm gonna say I'm thriving. Get rid of those seeds. So remember, we don't eat the seeds. Seeds aren't that good for us. So it cuts it out. I cut it out. It's kind of weird. The way I found out I was making a smoothie, and I kept on getting like this mucus afterwards, and I realized one of the ingredients. So if you talk to your body, and if you're willing to be an interrupt of this reality, you're gonna have a relationship with your body. You'll ask a bunch of questions. Yeah, that looks like it's getting brown. And so I did some research, went back and talked to my naturopath and found out that the seeds have this coating, which actually it's a protection for the seeds, but it's not good for protection from our butts. So I got rid of the seeds, and now I can use cucumbers again. Okay, let me turn these over. That's looking good over there. Perfect. Looking good, y'all. Looking good. Okay, so I have my cucumber. Incorporate my salad. So you guys can see me make my salad. So I'm gonna toss this in Earmon, little Jamaican mon. Okay. So I got cucumbers, carrots. Now, sometimes Tori and I buy avocados and sometimes they go bad. I'm gonna see if it's bad. If it's bad, guess what? You don't throw it away because you can put it in a smoothie, guacamole. Sometimes they become too ripe. Not bad. So what I'm gonna do is golden falafels. Yes, babe. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is scoop some of this avocado out in the bowl. It's a little ripe, but avocado's really good. Let's see that. Melon some. Yeah, man, I'll try to. Okay. Avocados are really good for the brain. Really good. Like you should have avocado in your diet. I know if you don't like it, quit being a baby. A little bit more avocado in here than expected because I like the avocado. Okay, what's that? My oven's right. I'm gonna turn some of these meatballs over and I'm gonna take those out after I do that. Turn that down. They're going to take these out. They don't take long to cook it off. Let's see. I was going to say the same thing down the left. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. You got to come to the house. Donna's been here. The invitation is open for most people. Like I said, most people, as long as you're friendly. I'll let you see what these cooked falafel balls look like. Falafel balls! Falafel balls! So, voila. As you can see, that's what cooked falafel looks like. I'm gonna put them in the oven. I'll prepare a plate afterwards. So stay warm. I'll turn it off because the oven's warm enough. Cancel this. Get rid of that sound. I'll get better than that. Okay, so we have, grab this up here. Have a few more things to sell. Let's see. Most people, yes, Donna, most people. So what I'm going to do is, so you know how you have bell peppers, and I'm gonna show you guys what I use. Like I don't throw anything away. The membrane in the middle, I don't eat, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I pull that out like that because it's not the best tasting. Put this up here like that. Let's see, that's crazy. The first time I ever had avocados was with John. Yes, I love avocados. My dad and my mom introduced me to tons of things. Sam, I was on Greyhound from PDX to Texas the next day. Lady had a rotten avocado in her bag, and I avoided ever since. That was 1981. Should double back on them. Man, Brent, hey man, the older you get, like me, if I didn't have them, I have problems. So, take on my take these off. I think these are ready. I'll leave them sit here for a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Almost 7 o'clock, and I'm almost done. I want to use all of that. So, Mary, let's see. Maybe you should have a cookie party. Yes, I do that a lot. Maybe when I retire, I'll do more of that. Tori and I were talking about what I'm going to do when I retire. I don't know. I'm going to be talking to elephants and horses and dolphins and shit like that. So I buy pre-washed lettuce. Take some of that in there. It's only Tori and I, so I don't make that much stuff, guys, because I don't like wasting. So remember, Greek, oregano. I put a little of that in the salad. Bam. High-end olive oil. So I was told by a good source, when you buy olive oil, buy it from Spain, not Greece or Italy, because they're not always being very honest. Sometimes they mix other oils in it, and you can tell by the price. I get this in a local store called New Seasons. It is from Spain, Nunes de Prado. I hope I said that correct. Probably not, but that's the olive oil I use. I'll drizzle that over the top. And I have Trader Joe's balsamic vinegar to make this really actually very, very, very Greek. I use balsamic vinegar, put a little bit of the acid in the oil. I take I buy smoked. You can get this most gourmet stores. I take a couple pinches, just one pinch because I don't need much smoked salt, ocean or what call it, yeah, ocean salt. And what else am I? Oh, I'm an olive guy. My wife's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take 3 of these joints in here like that. And I have some Kamata olives, if I'm pronouncing that correct. And I'm gonna take a couple of those joints and drop them off in here. And so I'm going to grab, I'm gonna get fancy for you guys, because I have a lot of kitchen equipment. Okay. So I'm gonna toss salad. That's not how it's supposed to come out. I'm gonna toss this salad. Okay. So I got a hell of a sense of humor now. I've always had a sense of humor. So you toss the salad. So let you guys see how this looks. It's out the way. Take the meatballs off the eye. So I'm gonna let you guys see what things look like, because I'm not gonna table anything. I don't think I'm gonna plate anything up. So, and it's 6:57 on my clock, right? I started at 6:30. In 30 minutes, a Greek salad, homemade tzatziki. You guys see that? Can you see that? I gotta be very careful. Greek meatballs, lamb. It's ground lamb. Don't fake the funk with beef or anything. You can add beef to it. And I would use actually wagyu beef or richer beef with the lamb. Would be like, wow, okay. And as my wife said, golden falafel balls. How's it get better than that? I'm gonna put this in the oven so it can stay warm for my dear wife. Oh, and you already saw the rice. Let's see, Loris Harvey. We got to do. Hey, yeah, man. Me and Loris, that's another homeboy of mine. We go way back. He's gonna actually be in the kitchen with me, because somehow I lost the footage. We had a real good discussion, but we go, as Bill Cosby and as Sidney Poitier said, let's do it again. So my meatballs, I'm gonna put that in the oven. Turn this fan off so I can talk to you guys a little bit before I get out of here. So thanks a lot, Pam. 30 minutes. No chemicals. If you get your family in the kitchen, you can spend time. That's being the interrupt. Being an interrupt, Derek asked me, he's like, did I say it right to the person when they asked me? Being the interrupt is being you, but being consciously you. What does it look like when you create a space of being you and invite people in that space? And you become orgasmic. And a lot of times people get caught up. When I say orgasmic, people first thing people think about sex. Orgasmic is not that. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you guys. Go look up the word. You freaks probably just went orgasmic, I'm not talking about sexy food. Food is sexy though. But it's the energy of like explosion. When Harry Met Sally, there was a scene where the ladies going, oh my God, oh my God. When you have good food and you're with good people or people that you enjoy, oh my God. And I have had the knowing in this last, when I got sick, I'm only going to spend the rest of my days with people who are orgasmic. I'm going to invite people, like when I said some people, I'm not inviting people into my space anymore that don't want to choose being orgasmic. I believe that we could all be the interrupt of this reality. The shit that's going down on this reality right now, for me, is embarrassing as an adult with kids. What would it take for you to be the interrupt to this madness? Not just rolling over, but being in question about the possibilities of everything. I went to day at lunchtime and I got my beard trimmed by a friend Well, actually, it was an old client, I'd say. And we talked about being in choice and asking questions. It's not a crime, y'all. And what would it be like not to other people? Being that interrupt is not othering people. I don't care if you're gay. If you see, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Pamela Marie Asher told me one time that if you always anti-gay, you probably got issues with it yourself, and you're just hiding behind that. And I believe my mom. Be the interrupt of this reality. Do something for you to interrupt the boredom that you might be living in by actually just doing one thing different. Read a book, do gardening, cook, do something to be the interrupt. If you see somebody, give them a compliment randomly, not somebody that can give you a compliment back. That's being the interrupt of this reality. I'm 1 minute over. I love you guys. I'm back, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Deuces. Peace. Love you. Eat well, y'all.